books. I've got millions of books. But hold on. I want to read this to you. If this is the right book.
It's not.
It's not the right.
Nope.
I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
Do you know where it is?
Anyways, I've got a bag upstairs that's got a book in it. There must be 90 bags around here. But there was something that I read a long time ago, and I'm going to kind of tell you what it is, okay? And it said, when the pain overrides the fear of change, people change. Okay, let me explain what I mean. Okay? Pain. When the pain, here's your comfort. Okay, here's your comfort. When the discomfort of the pain, when the pain overrides, remember that fear of change? Here's the fear of change, the fear of shots fired at you, the fear of judgment. People change. Now, I don't know if you are capable of doing it on your own, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trigger some people real quick. I'm going to ask you a question. Are you in the shape that you desire to be in?
No.
Do you have your dream body? No. I just want you to ask. This is a question. Do you have your dream body? If not, does it upset you? Do you share that dream body with someone else? Does that person deserve your best self? Does that person deserve your best body? They deserve that. I can ask you a question. Why does everybody do everything that they do? You know why? I figured it out. This is why I had a giant hole in my heart, and this is why I changed. Everybody does everything for love. And I wanted my wife to love me more. I wanted my kids to love me more. I wanted my team to love me more. And honestly, I wanted to love me more. And when I was comfortable, I didn't really love me because I have this saying that says, if I do this, will I respect myself more? If I do this thing. If you wake up at 5 a.m., will you respect yourself more? Mm-hmm. Of course. If you do what you say you're going to do and you keep your word, will you respect yourself more? Of course. See? I knew the book was there. Thank you, Kevin. I'm going to read this to you, and I want to read what changed my life. Because I wrote it down word for word, because I write everything down. And this struck me. And this was in 2019. It said, at some point, every successful person was a entrepreneur. That means they want to be an entrepreneur. And they're not one yet. Now notice I said every successful person. These are the people that are most successful. These are the ones that you would say, God, I wish I could have their life. Okay? At some point, every single successful person was an entrepreneur. And this was me. And as I'm reading this, I'm identifying with myself. It says, a person full of ideas and frustrated because they know they have so much more potential. And I was frustrated. I was full of ideas. But yet still I didn't have the life I wanted. Something clicks. And this clicked. The minute I read it, I knew when it said something clicks. I was like, I want something to fucking click in me right now. Something clicks and they realize the horrible trade. You guys got one life. Some of you right now, you're making a horrible trade, just like I was. A horrible trade they've been making. Trading their freedom for falsely perceived security. Think about that. Freedom. You change, you trade who you are going to hang out with, who you're going to operate with. Have you ever worked for somebody you hated, but you just kept working for them because you needed the money? Have you ever worked for somebody and you didn't believe in their ethics, but like they paid you a lot of money, so you had like the golden handcuff syndrome, you really couldn't leave? You know what I'm saying? That's not free. Falsely perceived freedom, which means it's fake. It doesn't exist and it's all a hoax. If you guys don't listen to me right now, and I'm going to go into this last part, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to go to the end of your life and you're going to realize that it was all a hoax. The game has changed and you didn't know the rules have changed and you were living by an old game. I know the rules to this game. See, I don't want to be financially free. I want to be free in my mind. No one owns my mind but me. I am the gatekeeper to my mind. I am the gatekeeper to this beautiful ass promised land life. I am. No one else, not my wife, not my children, not my team, me. No one can make me happy but me. I decide if I'm going to be happy. My wife could be the most amazing woman, show me love, super cool, but if I don't see prospectively through the right lenses, she still can't make me happy. Does that make sense? Some of you right now are trying to make someone else happy, you can't make them happy until they become happy. They're not free in their mind. They're not controlling their thoughts. Your greatest responsibility in life is to take control of your own suffering and your own thoughts. Okay? Guys, all the shit that happened in life, did it happen to me or for me? For me. Man, dude, someone said, what if my mom didn't leave me when I was 2? And she was perfect. I probably wouldn't be here with you. I probably would be comfortable. But when she left, the greatest thing I have to say is, thanks, Mom. That taught me a lesson. It allowed me to be who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, everything that's happened has happened for you. So anyways, it said something clicks and they realize the horrible trade that they've been making, trading their freedom for falsely perceived security. Now, this one is where this started to kick in. Their discomfort compounds, which means it starts to grow bigger. I was starting to get more comfortable, more fucking irritated. And once the discomfort of staying the same surpasses the discomfort of change, they take a leap. And I fucking quit my job. Not asking you to do it. There's some things today that some of you need to quit. There is. There's relationships you need to quit. There's drugs you need to quit. There's drinking you need to quit. There's laziness you need to quit. You know, maybe you need to quit being shitty to yourself. I don't know. There's things you need to start doing too. But it said they take a leap. And I remember writing this down underneath this. I put, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I made my fucking shot. I called my shot. I called it into the universe, and I said what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to be an entrepreneur so I can be free. Free to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want. And that right there, that changed my life. And when I called my shot, I want to tell you what happened. See, when a human being makes a decision, believe it or not, their eyes change. They change. Like, the way they talk changes. The way they believe changes. Everything about them changes. When someone makes a decision, you can look in their eyes and go, oh shit. Like you've made a decision. That's why I say the eyes are the window to the soul. I can look in someone's soul right by just looking in their eyes. And that day that I made that decision, this is so crazy. My wife for 14 years had told me to go and give everything, you know, and be this and do that and do this. And it was like me and her were kind of like, we were better than most, but we weren't the best. And all of a sudden, she looked into my eyes and she saw that I made a fucking decision. I said, when the pain overrides the fear of change, people change. I'm going to be honest with you. I always wished my wife would look at me like I'm the king, like I'm fucking great. I want my kids to look up to me like I'm their hero. I want my team to look up to me like they're proud of me to be their leader. And I lastly wanted to look in the mirror and be fucking proud of me. My whole life I wasn't proud of me. I never did anything in my entire life. Making money didn't make me proud. It made me feel good for a minute, but then I went spend it and I wasn't proud. So I had this giant hole in my heart. So I had all this pain. 90% of you in this room, you're hurt. I'm hurt. We're all hurt. What do hurt people do? Hurt people. You're hurt. If you're not around the right people and you've had some shit happen in life, you're going to fucking hurt everyone around you. I always say the end of your fate is at your anger. And I would always kill a good employee who's been good to me for 3 years just by getting pissed off. I would smash a great relationship by saying something I can't take back after I say it. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to say that. But then I got too much ego to take it back now. And then they're mad, I'm mad, I was like, fuck it. You know, it is what it is. You guys understand what I'm saying? Does anybody live life? Mm-hmm. This is real life. Okay? And if you're not doing any of this, then you're just dead and asleep. Okay? But anyways, my discomfort has rose. And there's this saying, I said, when the pain overrides the fear of change, people change. And then I took the leap. And once I took the leap, everything changed. I want to tell you what I wanted. You guys want to make money while you sleep? Yeah. I mean, do you really want to make money while you sleep? Yeah. Okay. If you went to sleep last night and you didn't make any money, how cool would it be if you went to sleep and you woke up and then there was $10,000 extra in your account? Damn. Would that be fucking cool? Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Can you find what your specialized skill is? Mm-hmm. Think about it. What is it? I need you to think. What is it? What are you good at? What is the one? And it's probably not what you're doing, right? Or maybe you're doing some of it, but it's a specialized skill. I help people every day that work for companies, jobs and everything, and they make literally $20,000 to $50,000 a month on the side doing their specialized skill. Do you guys understand this? Dude, I got a guy that I coach. He makes 90 grand a year because he works for his father. 90 grand a year because he works for his father and he loves his dad. But he makes 100 grand a month doing a specialized skill. He's just respecting his father. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't making that money, and I taught him how to use a specialized skill. Can you guys think bigger? Mm-hmm. Can you guys believe bigger? Yes. Do you guys want to be leaders or be an example? You got a fitness program, you got something that's not getting out there, you want to change it? That's it. By the way, some of you in here, you're a blank slate. Here's the goal. The world is your canvas, and you're the artist. Okay? So you know Picasso, right? He said he lost his mind to art. And because he lost his mind, he could paint different art other people couldn't paint to become some of the most famous paintings in the world. Does that make sense? So if you want to do something that no one has been able to do, or you want to do something really high, what do you have to do? Stand out, be different, make relationships others can't, and you got to start a revolution in your life right now. What's a revolution? Radical change. From this day forward, you guys have to kill off the old you. Before this training starts, you have to kill off the old you. You have to. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this because if anybody's watching this online, what's about to happen is Tony Robbins is going to go live with Dean Graziosi. And I watched the same training in 2019. And I watched this training, and I was just like every one of you. And some of you are way further than me. I never believed, and I never thought that I could build take 9 zeros. I never thought I could build a 9-figure business. Once I got started, I said, no one can fucking stop this. See, I just needed to take the leap. Does that make sense? And so my goal with you in this room with me is I want 100% of you in here, all of you. Look, if you're together and you're married, you have to take the leap and she has to take the leap. Does that make sense? They don't take a leap together. They both leap, and then because they both leap, they're leaping together. Does that make sense? Yeah. Everybody get this real quick. My wife has her identity, and I have my identity. Do you feel me? I'm taking care of me to take care of her. She's taking care of her to take care of me. But I find people, they find their identities in each other, and then they both get fucking lost when they're lost. See, my wife's strong, so when I fall apart, she grabs me. I want to tell you this. I'm going to help grab you these next 3 days. These next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and the next day, I'm going to tell you guys, everybody in this room has to take a leap. You have to take one, you have to take one, you have to take one. If you guys came together, you have to take one, she has to take one, we all have to take one. If you came by yourself, you have to take one. If you've never trained with me before, here's what I'll tell you. The money's real, the life's real, the relationship's real, the team's real, we have no debt, we have no issues, we fucking live on our own terms, we live our own life, and you're an opportunity. We're in the United States of fucking America where they print free money. So somebody fucking tell me why you can't get some. Give me a reason. All the people you've been hanging around are fucking lying to you. Okay? So the game has changed. Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi are going to talk to us about how the market shift, things have shifted. But here's the good deal. Whatever they talk about, if it's about building a brand, social media, building courses, specialized skill, I don't care what it is, I'm doing it all right now. So everything they teach, when we're done, we'll do Q&A. You guys ask any questions. Is that cool? Yeah. I am going to help every person that raised their hand in here and said, I want to be a first generation there. I want to be the first millionaire in my family. If that's you guys, I'm going to take you there because that would make me happy. Okay? Because I did it for me, so I know I can do it for you. If you're lost, you got problems, and you're screwed up like me, good. I got scars all over me. And hey, I'm super ashamed of some of the stuff I did in the past, but I really believe I had to go through that to become who I am now. People are like, well, don't you regret that? Yeah, I didn't want to fucking be a shitty person, but you know what? If I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be great now. You guys feel me?
Yeah.
So guys, everybody be open-minded. Let's kick ass. I love you guys. Everybody just let's totally immersion, train on this. We're all together. I'm going to coach too. I'm going to listen too. I'm just going to go sit down. So it looks like it's starting here. Does that say 9 minutes?
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's starting here in 9 minutes. Okay, so super important. Can anybody think of anybody else that needs to watch this training? Over the next couple hours, when you're watching it, if you see something, we grab that link and send it to somebody. After you're done watching it, we'll do Q&A together. Is that cool? Maybe you're like, fuck, man, I got to send this to 20 more people. They can watch the recording as long as they register. We'll send them the recording later. Does that make sense? Hey, family first. We're all going to be here. People are like, that sounds like a cult. No, it sounds like we're going to do what the fuck we want. How about that? Right? Oh yeah, kids don't belong. All of our kids, they're all upstairs going through school, studying, kicking ass, and they all run together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids read adult books. We don't treat our kids like kids. We treat our kids like the badasses we're growing them to be.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got to understand this. And listen, if you're young in this room, if you're young, like dude, if you just listen to the stuff that I'm telling you, it's over. And if you're older like me, remember I changed my life at 39. You know, I wish I had a story. I was 22 and I did this. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I made 500 grand, my first 500 grand at 20 years old. It all fell through my fingers. I lost every dollar. You know why? Because I was a loser. I drank, partied, I did drugs, I ran around, I chased every girl I could find, and no one told me to ever be anything great. I thought the point of making it was to spend it. Dude, I wish someone could have got a hold of me back then. I wish I could have been in a room or in an era where we had self-development like this, okay? So, I love you guys. Let's train. If you guys go to the bathroom, you guys know there's coffee, there's protein drinks. You guys see the protein deals over there? 72 grams of protein. No bullshit. Yeah. Hey, it's called the Iron Bill. We don't bullshit. Yeah. So I made sure that they brought the protein drinks. There's 72 grams of protein. They're called the Iron Bill. We smash that shit all day, dude. Yeah, it's badass. So if you want something, there's going to be food trucks. There's going to be that. But from 10 o'clock to 12:30, we train. Is that cool? Yes, sir. Okay? All right, love you guys. Hey, yeah. Go to the bathroom, go, come right back.